Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. I am, as always, so glad to have you here. Chris, Josh, Cahill, Lizard, Zai, as well as anybody else who just happens to be hanging about. It is lovely to have you here. Cahill, it's possible that the new host has already GTFO'd, which would make me happy. Zai, what is that emote? I kind of love it, but I also what? Anyway, welcome. We are going to be getting back into Xenoblade Chronicles. This time for the DLC campaign in just a moment. Red Mage, hello. Yeah. I am very excited for this. I've said before that I don't think this DLC campaign is as solid as the main story, but that's not a huge surprise. You know, the 15-hour add-on is rarely as good as the main story, but it has a ton of really good things. It has some of the best music and some of the best environments in the entire game. Also, yes, Cahill, I just realized. Here you are, at a Saturday stream, while you're at home, available to just relax on the weekend. I'm so proud of you. That is an entire pogger. But yes, we're going to get back into this. And I am very excited to show you pretty much all of my favorite things that come from this part of the game, which is many. I'm also going to reveal in just a moment why I haven't been showing the title screen of the game. Oh, is that Satan from Isaac? I do not know Isaac well enough, in spite of watching Zaid all the time. And boy, do I watch Zaid a lot. And does he play Isaac a lot? And yet somehow I didn't recognize that as Stan. And no, Cahill. It is not because of Booba. If it were because of Booba, I could deal with Booba. It is because of spoiler. When you finish the game for the first time, the music is pretty quiet at the moment, I recognize that. When you finish the game for the first time, it updates the title screen to be this. A title screen which is kind of spoilers for its own game, which I get. They're not assuming that, like, if you finished it, you finished it. But it does reveal a lot of things that I didn't want to reveal on stream, including Fiora. You can see there Ricky's kids. And you can see in the distance the head of the Bionis sunk in the water. But we are not going to be loading game today. Nor are we going to be playing New Game Plus. We're going to be heading over to the extra story. Hey Hill, how dare you say that? And just already, that is a beautiful thing. Cahill, if it makes you feel better, this is kind of disconnected. The only thing you need to know is Melia's entire city and most of the people that lived there, bad shit happened. Xenoblade Chronicles, Future Connected. And I can tell you for certain, this started as a way to appease all the Shulk Melia
Today, we
shippers.
use our power to fell a god. And
Just a reminder of how the game ended.
Our destiny.
I wrote a long thing in my spoiler channel about this scene.
All that I am is fading. The memory of a god's existence, born from the chaos of creation. It is vanishing.
Yeah, Cahill. Teenagers use the power of friendship to kill God. Standard.
What were you looking at? The sea?
I wasn't looking at anything in particular. If anything, Fiora, I was thinking. Thinking about the future that awaits us all.
Yeah, this is how the main game ends. Oh, a year later.
There it is.
Melia, we're in sight of Alchemoth.
All right, I'm on my way.
Alchemoth is the city she comes from that was destroyed. Or so we thought. And it's shooting lasers at us. Isn't that fun? Josh! Excuse me. Josh, it's the same voice actress, but it does sound different. I believe she's much more experienced, which might be part of it. Oh, just look at this. Cahill, I'm going to ban you. And this takes place in an area called Biona's Shoulder. I will tell you things about the Biona's Shoulder.
Phew. Guess we're still in one piece.
Quite. What in the world was that?
It happened so quickly that I didn't get a good look myself. I saw some flickering around the capital. Then suddenly, a black beam.
A black beam? Some new defensive measure, perhaps. The junks. Can it fly?
Some components sustained heavy damage. It won't budge until we can swap them out.
Right.
It's fine. They're not particularly rare parts. They'll have them in Alchemoth.
You make it sound very simple. Remember, we are still very much in the dark here.
Good thing I came prepared. We'll probably be needing this.
Sister Bomb, watch out on right! I take care of it. Kino handle left side. Gotcha!
Oh?
Those
Whom
voices.
are those voices?
Are those? It's Kino and Nene. What are they doing here?
Shulk, we must help them.
Of course.
Those are two of Ricky's children. And you're correct, they are friend-shaped. So, just to address one thing, why does Shulk not have the true Monado? Because at the end of the story, he gave it up. He has a replica Monado, which he made, which is super fucking cool. Gameplay differences. Some elements of this new adventure are very different from the adventure so far. The most major points will be introduced on the following pages. As you progress through the adventure, instead of chain attacks, you will unlock an all-new system for performing all-out attacks. You'll still require a segment of the gauge to revive fallen allies. You no longer have chain attacks, which hurts so badly. In the new adventure, Shulk has lost his power to see visions. The replica Monado does not allow Shulk to see visions. Because he gave up the true Monado, he can no longer foresee the future. This calls for more caution than before when it comes to your enemy's most powerful attacks. Some allies will battle in ways not present before. The skill tree system has been removed. Oh, of course, Cahill. I would do the same. There are further changes, so keep an eye out for them as you play. Just to look at a few things, Melia and Shulk, we are both level 60. These are the only members of the party thus far. You can play as either of them to begin with. When I first played it, I stuck with Shulk. I think I'm going to stick with Melia this time. So, Melia has the World Ender. That's a fucking good name for a weapon. It is a staff created for her by Shulk using the same technology in his replica Monado. She also has some gear, nothing particularly special yet. Shulk wields the Monado Replica EX. Now, it's worth noting, for those of you who know Xenoblade Chronicles 2, that is in fact, could easily be shortened to, the Monado Rex. Rex being the main character of Xenoblade 2. That is nothing more than an Easter egg, but an interesting one nonetheless. Oh, yeah, yeah. If it says EX, you know it's the best one. Nah, using the World Ender is fine. Enemies around here are generally in the 60s, as you would expect.
Who next in line to get face full of mild down? Anyone so much as breathe this way, rifle of Kino go blam or blam!
Kino, Nene, are you hurt?
And the fucking music.
Let us help too.
Miss Melia, Mr. Shook! Help very welcome. More is always merrier.
Fucking jazz funk combat music. It is incredible.
The source of all life. Star-searing flames of absolution.
I will go over these characters in a moment. But I just want to get through this first fight. Josh, this is what you call combat music.
Big sis, we did it! Job is good one, Kino.
That was amazing, you two. It was like seeing Ryan and Sharla fighting together again.
Just so. Fitting. For children of here upon Ricky's household. No injuries, Kino?
Nene, very, very sorry. Kino, not so good with strangers.
Oh,
Aw.
really? Most interesting.
Please do not take personally.
If we stay here, there is a risk of another attack. We should move to a safer location.
Very well. Is this acceptable?
Plenty acceptable.
Right. Let's go.
No, Zai, I was happy with your first spelling. Yeah, but
This
if he's
place
never
looks
been
promising.
introduced, Chris.
We can take a break here.
So tell us, what were you two doing out there? Rather, how did you even get here at all?
Luca, cutie.
About that.
Melia, I think these two must have come on the junks.
What?
Yeah, they were fucking stowaways.
Are you quite sure, Shulk?
When you consider their relative positions, I think it's quite credible.
The capital, on the Bionist shoulder.
So,
Ah. So that is where the junks comes in then. I appreciate it. But even though we won peace with Zanz's defeat, the rebuilding continues. Much remains to be done.
I realize that. And I also know that you've been putting in every effort.
So why then?
If the capital is on the shoulder, there are people there. I thought you'd want to go.
Shulk. That's...
This is just for
We
the
could
shippers.
be there and back in less than half a day.
Mama? Me.
You know it's true, Luca. Correct! 80% of the fandom, the shippers.
Kino, maybe better to explain. Mama, we're just on a little strolly stroll when we suddenly hear voices. Now, Kino. Nene watched Kino with eyes of Rogel.
God, they're good.
Follow Mr. Shop from behind and do some sneak peekings. Mama, Sister Pon followed Kino and sneak peek on too. Meh.
So you stowed away like I thought. But what for?
Kino always look up to Dedapon. Want to become mighty Heropon too.
I'm certain Ricky would be most proud. But how did that lead to you boarding our vessel?
He see opportunity to help people who in trouble. That way can become friends with people everywhere. Mighty Heropon make friends with every toe step. Or so Dedapon say, at least.
I see. That does explain things.
Many sorries. It's not fault of Sister Pon. He's not scored Nene. Fault is of Kino only. Kino.
God, he's such a good little brother.
Sincere sorries. Kino wanted to repay debt. Dedapon and Monopon take Kino in when Kino all alone.
You were alone?
He's adopted? I forgot that.
One day, out of blue, Dedapon bring Kino home. Said, here is Brotherpon. That day, nobody made comment. Everyone except Kino. Kino, more happy they could say.
God, this is precious.
That why. That way want to become Heropon and repay debt to family. You're really sorry.
Kino, you do your family honor. Yours is a most noble sentiment. I am utterly certain that Ricky and Oka are proud of you too.
Actually, Melia and I are in a bit of trouble right now. We could use the help.
For really?
Uh-huh.
It's too good.
Oh, Kino must. You really twist wing. But fine, we'll allow to be sidekicks of Kino. Kino? Wrong word. Supposed to say friends.
So, we'll be heading for the capital to find parts for the junks.
Yes, about that. It's a bit of a hike, but could we check out that cape?
It's called a cloak, Shulk. Haha, terrible joke.
Explain.
I'm a bit concerned. What you said about defensive measures.
You fear we may come under fire again. Is that it?
Yeah.
It is true. Caution frequently pays off in the long run. The cape it is.
Great. It's settled.
Legend of Heropon Kino! It all starts here! Mehey!
This is one of my favorite features, introducing Xenoblade Chronicles 2, followed over to here, the Event Theater. You can just rewatch cutscenes, and it's amazing. I don't know why more games don't do it. This area is the Bionis Shoulder. The Bionic Shoulder was originally intended to be included in the base game. Not really, Shadow Mage. You've missed very little. The Bionic Shoulder was originally intended to be included in the base game. Due to time limitations, it couldn't be. It was cut. However, the shoulder was still in the game. Through hacking, you could access it. There just wasn't anything there. People who found out about it, including me, through a channel called Chugga Conroy. If you're interested in long Let's Plays, Chugga Conroy is the best. Yes, Josh, you can. You can customize the time of day and the weather. It's amazing. So yeah, Chugga Conroy is how I found out about the shoulder. And so when the definitive edition was announced, and they showed that the shoulder was in there, it was so good. And so this is where several fans have been wanting to go for years. And now we can. It is beautiful. It has wonderful music. It is such a treat. To go over Kino and Nene. Kino is a healer in the same style as Sharla. He has an ether rifle. It just happens to be more kind of plant-based. He has Healy Bullet, which heals HP to a single target. You told your Discord about my brown cow drink. Shadow Mage! It's not my fault! It's fucking good! I can't believe you all hate me. Oh, which one, Chris? I would guess Proton John. Yeah, isn't that just a milk stout, Chris? Okay, Zai, this was discussed on Red Mage's stream this morning. When I was a kid, I used to drink Coke and milk. It's a pretty good combination. Anyway, Healy Bullet, Healy Kaboom, which is a large amount. Heal Round Around, which is the whole party. Luca, how dare you? Cure Thingamy, which is such a cute name. Just removes debuffs. Curedy Pure Round is a party debuff immunity. Shield Kaklang basically gives limited damage immunity and is very good. Healy Counter, when you get damaged, you get 5% of that damage back. Honestly, not that good. Toasty Hot Bullet is Heat Bullet from Sharla. It raises tension. Aurora Bullet extends the... that's Aurora... They've all got silly names, and I love them. Thank you, Zai. That's what I said. Crackle Bullet is Thunder Bullet from Sharla. Tranquil Snooze is exactly what it sounds like. Yogurt Stance is clearly Kino misheard Sharla say Covert Stance. Hence. And Boost reduces the cooldown of all arts except this. And Idle Blast is Metal Blast. Egg Shaker is Head Shaker. I fucking love these names. Noggin Shot is Headshot. So, nothing too unique there. It's a very good moveset, but nothing too unique. Equally, Nene, instead of Mad Taunt, has Glad Taunt. Hammer Beat is Hammer Beat, Bone Upper is the same. Dive Sobat becomes Chive Sobat. Oh, what was this originally called? Not Feather Swing. I can't remember, though. Sword Drive is the same. Lariat is the same. Wild down becomes mild down. Shield smash becomes shield curse smash. I love that this is just called hangry. Engage is the same, Berserker is the same, Last Stand is the same, Anchor Chain. Aura Toast! Oh my god, why is it called that? Guard Sift instead of Guard Shift? Magnum Starch instead of Magnum Stance? Yes, you're right, it was War Swing, and now it's Feather Swing. But basically, they're just Ryan and Charlotte. For the moment, I'm going to stick with Melia, Shulk, and Kino. It's a pretty solid party. I might swap Nene in place of Shulk if I need a tank. Oof. So, enemies here are already pretty powerful. And since we have, as was pointed out, no visions, this can be quite dangerous. And I forgot to swap Reflected. I actually quickly want to swap out some arts here for Melia. I don't really care about Hypnotize. Nor, frankly, do I care about Healing Gift. I don't find it that good. There is a lot of utility around Spear Break and Starlight Kick. It's a very effective way for Melia to be a one-person topple. After Spear Break, it forces topple for 3 seconds, which is very good. I'll consider this. For now, I'm going to leave everything apart from adding that Reflecting. But yes, for fans who knew about Bionis Shoulder, this was a very, very exciting time. But also, this music is amazing. God, we've got 2 enemies attacking us. You know what? That is completely accurate, Luca. And Future Connected is no exception. Oh, God! Why is Shulk's AI so stupid? He just used Monado's Shield. Monado's Shield you use against talent arts. It has no use apart from that. Use armor, you dingbat. I like this game, Luca. Shulk acts as the tank in this party, and he's not a great tank. Which is why it's kind of fun to have him as the tank. There is also a new Collectopedia for this area. I mean, Shadow Mage, that doesn't sound terrible. I mean, admittedly, Zai, that is most of what you need. The base Xenoblade soundtrack is amazing.
Cool. Let's keep this up.
Although I will say, and there are people who will disagree with me here, Xenoblade 2 is the better soundtrack. Xenoblade 1 has some of my favorite individual tracks, but overall, I feel like Xenoblade 2 has the stronger soundtrack. Yes, Luca is a mod here. Oh, look at this! This is actually a good opportunity to show you something interesting. You see the sun over there? I want you to watch the sunset. Because the way the sun sets in Xenoblade is very interesting. We've got about 30 seconds in-game before it happens. Watch the sunset. You'll notice it's not moving. And... I thought it was... Wait, sorry, I've wasted your time. We've got to... It'll be like another minute before it sets properly. Sorry, I forgot it's 7 PM, not 6 PM. No. Game hasn't betrayed me. I was just off by a minute. It's fine. The cool thing will still happen in like 30 seconds. Oh! Mr. Sun, where have you gone? The sun doesn't set. It's worth remembering, Xenoblade Chronicles doesn't take place on a planet. There's no planet to rotate, and then the sun sets. The sun is just in a place in the sky. It appears in the morning, and it disappears in the evening. And to the people in this world, that's just normal. No one thinks that's weird. It's one of my favorite little pieces of world building. This isn't a planet. It doesn't work like a planet works. But also, the evening music, well, the nighttime music, I suppose, is just fucking perfect. Which you won't be hearing, because instead, we will have 90s funk jazz. Thank you very much.
Nice job.
Never give up, Spirit is here upon way. Now you shall witness our power.
2 enemies with the third possibly on the way. I see zero problems with this. Oh yeah, Shadow Mage. Intensely British. Shit, you're right, it is Persona-ass music. We picked up a piece of equipment there from Melia called the Official Staff. Which is unfortunately already better than the World Ender. The fucking World Ender! I am going to keep... What's the bonus staff? Oh! That's kind of rad. I'm gonna keep the World Ender as the appearance, because I like it. Chris, you're right. I was fighting monsters. I should have been fighting literal universes. I am very excited to be able to share this game with everybody. It is not as good as the base game, but it is still very good. Yeah, you use that Monado Buster, sure. Fair, Shadow Mage. I started too small and then I went too big. The Husk Chucker is a new weapon for Kino. It is significantly more powerful across the board. There's no reason not to use it. I can't believe Juice isn't here, even though Juice is clearly here. There is a red item orb over there. Those normally represent important items. I'm gonna go grab one. Pororo's favorite. We don't yet know what that is. Shit, Luca. Sorry, I won't let the streamer know. Hang on a minute. As I did last time, any level grinding I do, I'll do off stream. You'll notice I cannot yet mine ether crystals. Previously I could. I no longer can. You'll need a special tool in order to mine here. I'm glad, Luca. Oh! Many Hyantia.
Many bird people here.
And training for war.
Only Hyantia living here.
Oh there, strangers.
Sir, that is a good mustache.
I see. You've had a rough time of it.
No, Shadow Mage. This is
However,
1 year after the
I
end of the
suggest you
game.
steer clear of Alchemoth. Even if you do somehow get there in one piece, don't expect the transporters to be running.
Oh? Why's that?
The thing that shot at you was no defense platform. It was a monster we've taken to calling the Fog King.
Nope,
The
Shadow
Fog
Mage.
King.
These are just the people who never got
Yeah.
transformed.
Suddenly showed up in Alchemoth a few months back.
From what I gather, you're from the Imperial Guard. Are the swords you carry just for show?
Taking a sword to it is folly. It laughs at our attacks. It's like hacking at smoke. Blows pass clean through it.
Must be Ghost. Ghost not shoot beams, dum-dum.
So that's why you call it the Fog King.
Hi, Zach.
We fought in defense of our home. We were ready to die, and many of us did. But in the end, it won us nothing at all. The Fog King's attacks tore into us hard. Eventually, we gathered the Hyantia and anyone else we found. and gave up the capital so that we might live.
How awful.
My grieving heart belongs there. Our heartland, our capital. Yet I cannot even mourn it.
God, it looks beautiful at night.
Maxis,
Huh? Yes?
please, you have to tell us how to get inside.
Shulk, be serious.
Boy, are you hard of hearing?
I heard you.
Then you should know better.
No matter the situation, we have to go. If I fix the junks, we can all leave this place. Then, once we're in Colony 9, we can make plans to retake Alchemoth.
No point.
Why not?
Shulk, do you think we took all that lying down?
Huh?
We're not stupid, you know. We did all we could. It's true. I want to go home. But that's a dream that won't come to pass, and it already cost too many lives.
Maxis.
I understand where you're coming from. Still, I have to be blunt with you. Let it go.
Well, that's the end of the DLC. I hope you all enjoyed it.
Now what?
Judging from the speech, I can't see us convincing him.
So this means we're stuck here?
Quite a predicament, Empress Melia.
It's the Happy Mask Salesman.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
I humbly beg your pardon. Gelgar, at your Majesty's service. Formerly of the Personal Protection Division of the Alchemoth Guard Regiment.
Is that so? Then the pardon is mine to beg, Sir Gelgar. And please, dispense with the Majesty.
Perish the thought, your Majesty. The recent war has rid us of the wicked purebloods. A new age dawns, and we half-breeds are chosen for its caretakers.
Okay, so you're just opposite
With you,
racist.
Lady
That's
Melia,
still
as our
racist.
shining paragon. I cannot but address you as Majesty.
I have no patience for wheedling. Especially from knaves who spit on their ancestors.
I would never dream of doing such. I merely spoke plain truth, no more.
As you wish. But the Majesty address is burdensome to me.
If you absolutely insist. Until you deign to acquiesce, Lady Melia will have to suffice.
So kind, Sir Gelgar.
Make no mention of it, Lady Melia.
Sir Gelgar, we really need to get to Alchemoth, no matter what.
Ah yes, I have heard your exchange with Maxis. Hindering the Empress's triumph. A narrow-minded fool, if ever there was one.
Can we just murder him right now?
To begin the authentication process, one must raise their hand to the transporter. The device is configured in such a way that only some of the High Entia in this land and the Imperial family may pass. Hence, Lady Melia should not have the slightest issue activating it.
A similar mechanism to the tombs, then.
That's our ticket into Alchemoth.
Yes.
Tasty news! Friend Gelgar is good friends! Kind thanks, Birdmister.
Not at all. I am but a humble servant in Lady Melia's employ.
Oh wow, the dude wearing black and purple
If it not
with the
displease my
happy,
ladyship too
the happy
closely,
mask salesman's
may I
face.
offer you
I'm
my
sure he's a good
companionship
guy.
on your journey. I have a modicum of skill with the blade. Please rest assured.
I appreciate the offer, but must refuse. We do not lack for strength.
Indeed. A great shame. Should the need arise, I shall remain ready to serve.
Certainly. By the way, Sir Galgar, this outpost appears to consist of naught but soldiers. Where might all the other refugees reside?
They dwell beyond the Grandel ramparts, which lie below this point.
They live at a remove from you, then?
Yes, because of the Machina who live there.
Yo, the Machina are
What
rad,
do you
though.
mean?
Might you have forgotten? When the war broke out, it was the Machina's treachery that lit the fuse. Were it not for them, we needn't have lost our brethren and our home.
You couldn't stand the Machina and thus moved away.
Precisely.
But the war is concluded, Sir Gelgar.
Some simply cannot let go so easily.
Melia, shall we go see for ourselves?
Ah, yes. Very well. Sir Gelgar, we will take our leave of you now.
Do please take care.
Basically,
of
Josh,
yourselves.
yes.
You'll find passage to the capital through the Cragmore Caverns.
Sir Gelgar, thanks for this.
Shulk, use your big-ass sword to kill him.
Please to be extra careful of self.
The same to you all.
You can buy weapons and armor in shops to help your journey go smoother. In this chapter of your adventure, you will not find armor among the spoils for defeating monsters. You may find weapons that differ from what shops have on offer. There's no lack of people having problems on the Bionis shoulder. Through completing the quests they give you, you'll obtain rewards such as money and equipment in new color variations suitable for use as cosmetics. And we're going to get a quest in just a moment. But I'm going to take this opportunity to take a quick leg stretchy break. And during that, I am also going to queue up an ad break. I mentioned this in my Discord. I hope this doesn't turn into a terrible thing. You're not going to be missing anything. I'm just going to put on some background music, which... yeah, I'm going to put on some background music, and I'll be away for probably 2 minutes. And we are back. Some of you probably didn't even notice that. Because if you're subbed, you didn't get an ad. But regardless, that should also disable pre-rolls for anyone who arrives for the next half hour or so. So hopefully it will help make for a slightly more pleasant experience if anyone else arrives. Hi, Hamlin.
Yes?
I know it's no business of mine to be asking outsiders, but would you consider assisting us with a hunt? Some of our people sustained injuries while out on the last one, leaving us somewhat short-staffed. Go down from here in the direction of the lake, and you'll arrive at Nevir Highland. There you should find some Machna X. We were able to lure them out with bait not long ago. Worth noting, these are Machna creatures. The shoulder contains wildlife from all across Bionis. Would it trouble you to defeat them and collect some X Iron Hearts for us? Once you finish, be sure to lay some bait to the west of Nevir Highland. They won't congregate if we don't coax them out, and our hunters could do with the assistance. X are quite partial to rainbow carrots. It would spare us a great deal of effort if you were to find some for us. I hope it's not too much trouble to ask all this of you, but we'd greatly appreciate it if you could find the time. Shadow Mage is always on a roll. You're gonna help Melia? Then I'll help too, if you don't mind. This is an important quest. Whatever shall I do? Caranel.
Hey.
Hello there. How would you feel about assisting me in my research? Come now, don't make those faces. It's an easy task, I swear. I'll take the grimace as a happily, ma'am, shall I? See, I've developed this tool for exploiting ether deposits. A common ether pick, if you will. And I'd like you to test it out. You're still looking uncertain. Struck dumb by my apparent genius? Oh, of course. You're used to being able to mine ether deposits on the Bionis with run-of-the-mill tools, aren't you? Well, that won't work here on the Bionis shoulder. The deposits are too dense, so you need a specialized implement, i.e. this. Previous iterations of the ether pick were pretty heavy machinery, though, requiring training and a license to operate. So to cut through the rigmarole, I looked into developing one that even lay people like you could use right from the off. If you prove me right, I'll even let you keep it once you're done. How about it? Oh, you'll do it? That's just grand. See, I made the thing, so it wouldn't mean anything if I only tested it myself. Thanks. I used to have an assistant helping me, but they seemed dissatisfied for some reason and ran off before I knew it. We get a common ether pick. And this is one of my favorite little streamlining things. Give it a good whack. No time like the present. Well, that didn't sound too good. For that, we get a broken ether pick. What just happened? Caranel?
Hey.
Thanks for that. I have to say, I didn't expect it to break so easily, though. Right, give it here for a minute. I see. So the problem is durability? Alright. Due to the higher ether density on the Bionis shoulder, it seems it crystallizes into a form that's perfect for gems. Just reinforcing the pick isn't likely to improve the yield in practice. Thank you all. This has been a valuable learning opportunity. I feel like I can take my research to the next level now. I didn't want you to have the common ether pick as thanks, but now that it's broken, it won't really do, will it? Well, that's too bad. I'll just have to give you the old retail model instead. Like I said, it's got its kinks, so it requires a trained hand, and also whips and chains. But it's better than nothing, right? You should be able to use it to harvest decently high purity gems from all around the shoulder. Saves you time crafting. So, previously, you would mine these deposits and get ether crystals, and then you would forge the ether crystals into gems. Now, you just mine gems. It's a lovely bit of streamlining. I appreciate the gem crafting mechanic from the main game. Gives you a little bit more power over what you get, but this is just much more streamlined. If you exhaust a given deposit, check back after a while. As you progress through the story, you may be able to obtain a more efficient ether pick. With a better ether pick, you could mine gems of higher rank. You get an HP up 2 and an Arts heal 2. I am immediately going to give the HP up 2 to Shulk, who is essentially our tank at this point. And the Arts heal to Melia, so that if she... Actually, no, Shulk needs the Arts heal as well if he's going to tank. Wait. There we go. I really love the design of the Monado Replica EX. So there are a couple of quests around here. But I also just want to explore this area. It is real pretty.
Hey.
Have you come here across Nevir Highland? Then you must have met those ether-based organisms along the way. I speak of the common monsters composed entirely of ether. These ether organisms have appeared all across Nevir Highland recently, and in large numbers too. There must be at least 2 points they're spawning from, as their exact properties differ based on location. She stayed behind, Shadow Mage. This was made for the Shulk Melia shippers. You don't bring Fiora into that story. Anyway, I'm concerned. When these organisms gather, they create a strong ether field that attracts other monsters. If you haven't seen them spawn yourself, it's possible there's some prerequisites to it happening that we're not aware of. If you notice a flock of these organisms in your travels, I'd like to ask you to eliminate them with all haste. Yeah, Juice. They're still in Colony 9, helping to fix things. Eliminate 3 wind elementals and 3 aqua nebulae. Thank you very much. Actually, it's my little brother who told me about this. He vowed to take matters into his own hands if the situation did not improve on its own. But as his sister, I'd prefer that he not put himself in harm's way. I'm sorry to trouble you all, but I hope you understand this is for the common good. Fortune be with you. Heropon Kino will lend a little bit of Heropon power. I also wanted to check the store.
Hi there.
As they said, you do not get armor from enemy drops. Hi, Copper. Official staff she already has. The Seed Blammer is better than the Seed Chucker we have, but is also pretty fucking expensive. God, there's some good stuff here, but we don't have enough money to really be messing around. Beanstalk Vest? Oh god, it's called the Beanstalk Vest. It looks like a lot like the vest Mama Pun Oka used to help Kino put on. Oh god, this is too cute. I will be buying new gear eventually. You fucker. I'm just probably not going to do it now. Enjoy the lure, Copper. I love this area around this bluff. Is bluff the right word for that? I'm not sure. Kilo pumpkin? It's 1,000 tiny pumpkins. Ether defense up. Ooh, a level 3 gem. And then there's this area, the Companions Forum. if I remember correctly, there's nothing here except a cool place. But, oh, there is also a magnificent view. As I said, this area is nothing but pretty, but it is very pretty. Not every individual spot in a game needs to be 100% functional. Some things can just be there because they're rad. It's also worth noting, the Bionis shoulder is floating in the sky. Which seems a bit crazy, but if we remember, in Aerith Sea, there were floating islands. It's the same principle that keeps this entire area floating. When the Bionis fell, this area kept floating up there. Ororo's favorite. We got one of those before. And we've got this old, apparently destroyed building. It's not much in there. But you can see that there were buildings here before these soldiers moved in. Yes, sleep, Luca. God. Have good sleep, cutie. Thank you, Luca. I will never stop nerding out about this game. Luca, you just said you're going to sleep.
Let's stay focused.
Kino could have napped that one out.
It was suggested that we kill some of those elementals, but I'm not seeing any of them at the moment. Well then, Copper, I ain't gonna stop. I mean, I wasn't anyway, but I appreciate the encouragement. Oh, it's so fucking pretty. We were asked to fight some of these Machna X.
Now you shall witness our power.
Ooh, Mind Blast is so good.
Manifest yourself. Manifest yourself.
Fine, Copper. But also, yeah, I don't really argue it anymore.
You stay too long.
I don't think we'll find any around here.
Prepare yourselves. They need one match. Kino.
I'm ready.
Do not hesitate.
A lot of this community fights it. God, Nikki fights her cuteness hard. There, I've always assumed that Nikki uses female pronouns, but I've never actually confirmed that. Yeah, you also is a very good. I prefer you also as opposed to no you.
Everyone, stay on your guard. Witness true power of hero born in training.
God, I remember how tough it was using Melia, Ricky, and Charla to just desperately try to fight level 96 enemies. It was fun, but it was rough. auto purge seemed unnecessary there, Shulk. I'm just gonna say that. Copper, Ricky is not here. Most of the main cast are not here. This story focuses on Shulk and Melia, and coming along for the ride, they were originally stowaways, are two of Ricky's kids, Kino and Nene. Not only Ricky's kids, but Kino, who takes the place of Charla, is Ricky's adopted kid. Yeah, Ricky's an adoptive parent. No, Melia, that's not the legendary Monado. That is the Monado Replica EX. It's very good, but it's not legendary. I knew you were back here. And let's give Shulk some strength up as well. A little bit of ether defense won't hurt anybody else. Given the fact that Kino doesn't say he was taken away from his family, I'm fairly confident Ricky did not have an affair. Also, Ricky is not much of a stud. And the game, if I could focus, yeah, the game still likes giving you super powerful enemies. Air Marshal Reisenbach, level 69, unique monster, is very scary. If you would prefer something else, Shadow Mage, just let us know. Otherwise, it's Smage. Right! Dinosaurs are allowed to be air marshals. There we go. God, this dude's powerful. There we go. I mean, he doesn't deal a lot of damage, he just also doesn't take a lot of damage.
Let's keep this up.
Kino plus sidekicks are non-defeatable.
Kino, you are the cutest thing in the world. I will snuggle you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Everyone, stay on your guard. Witness true power of hero born in training.
I also like the fact that Kino considers himself to be a hero pawn in training. Do not focus on me, please. Shulk, I know you're not a tank, but I really need you to tank, buddy. That's better. There we go. I am right, Stitch. You're incredibly cute. Also, I believe that is grounds for a Gotham. Well, rip him. Ooh! Ooh, this is very exciting. I do wonder if gravity works the same here as it works on the rest of Bionis. If only there were a convenient way to find out. Yep! Yep, gravity's still doing its thing. Juice, it's fine. Ooh, HP up 3. Yes, let us take that. Whoops, not that one. She's fine, Juice. It's fine. Also, I am unnecessarily excited. Even though it is still at least several weeks away. This morning, I set up my Wii U. Just to be ready. Just to make sure my capture card I could properly capture it. I tested, and yes, I can capture Xenoblade Chronicles X. Ow! Nice, Sai! There's also a unique monster here. Phlegmatic Jameer. Fortunately, we pulled his buddies as well. And he is genuinely quite tough. He's quite tough on his own. Fucking focus on the big one, you dicks! The one that we've already done a shit ton of damage to. There we go.
Let's stay focused.
And from this, we get a Husk Chucker, which we've already had, and the Friend Shelterer O, which is a weapon for Nene. She's got the Friend Shelterer. This is a straight upgrade. Slightly lower block rate, which is actually not ideal, because her style of tanking is the same as Rhine's, but it's still enough of an improvement in defense and in auto attack that it's definitely worth it. That wasn't what I wanted to fight. This is what I wanted to fight. God, I get distracted so easily. Partly because everything's cool. So I know why they start you at level 60. It's just so that, you know, everybody's on an even keel. But damn it, I finished the game at level 97. It would have been so satisfying to just tear through this. We come to the Nevir Crossroads. There is a path up here. This is not story progression. We're going to explore this later. But if I remember correctly, this is not a good place to go yet. I may be wrong. I remember these guys being way stronger. Oh, this is just close enough that this fucker can get involved with you. So yeah, you'll be fighting these guys, who are not super tough, and then a level 69 unique drops on your head. Also, over on that side, are much more powerful enemies that we wouldn't really be able to do much against yet. They're easily 10 levels higher than we are, which is kind of an insurmountable difference without some very clever play. Cleverer than I am able to do. Hi, Caterpillar friend. And Frog friend! Oh, so many friends. Place the rainbow carrot, the northwestern Nevir Highland. I might as well knock out this quest while I'm here. There's a skip travel point basically where we are, and one up there. Ooh, there's a new quest here, though. I really like picking up quests, okay? No, no, don't go inside. I'll change time itself for you, I swear.
Huh?
Need something? If you do, well, I'm busy. Can it wait? God, everyone here is just a dick. Ah, no, wait, I spoke too soon. Actually, I would like to ask you to perform some tasks for me. I would not normally reach out to strangers such as yourselves, but there is a limit to what I can achieve myself. I've received requests for assistance from some of the younger companions, and I'd like you to resolve their issues. They should not prove too difficult, yet the volume of work was high, so I was feeling quite harried. First, Gwyneth's request, which pertains to gathering plump wildgrass. It has gotten rarer lately, hence the task of picking it is more taxing than it once was. Second, Fadeless's job of winnowing the preying caterpillar population. These in turn grew more and more numerous until their numbers needed culling. Thirdly, the request from Loban. which was tasked with handling a number of noble brogs. These critters have also been breeding too much for our liking. I need a little population control. Gather 5 lots of plump wild grass, subdue 3 praying caterpillars, as well as 2 noble brogs. I would be grateful if you could undertake those 3 jobs for me. If it's not too much to ask, of course. Very good then. I shall let you get the details of each mission from the concerned parties. No! Just give them to me, you dickbag. Oh. And let me guess, they're only available at night? I'll come back for it. They said northwest for the carroty things. Yes, carroty things. That is sufficient. I mentioned it before, I still find it really interesting and cool that there are creatures from Machna living here. The shoulder is a diverse enough area that creatures from all over Bionis can survive. This appears to be the place. I'll come back to get my quest reward later. Oh, Zai, the music in this is just stunning. This is one of my favorite area themes in the game. It's also just one of my favorite areas in the game. God, imagine running along the top of that. And yeah, I have to kill these fuckers. And I will. But before that, I do want to make at least a little bit of story progress today. What did I do, Shadow Mage? Whoops, I forgot to deactivate my charity stuff. I mean, you can still donate to the charity if you feel like it. Shadow Mage, it's the job. Hello, Nopon friend. Four friends pass here. Pleased to hear story. Sense an ordeal in our immediate future. Gratitude for stopping in tracks. What is matter? Matter is a bit complicated, to be frank. If we can help, we would like to do so. And that? Although we've pretty much only just arrived here, so if it's directions you need, we might not be the ones to ask. Issue is not about where go, actually is about tracking down friends. They get lost? They not lost, no. They scatter to designated locations to perform ordered land survey. What point of that? Measuring relative and absolute elevation of terrain, plot distance, and other such. Oh no, completely forgot to do mandatory self-intro. Qualified, certified, satisfaction guaranteed-fied. Pon Spectre Tentu is name, surveying new lands is game. Pleasure to meet you, Tentu. I'm Shulk, and these are Melia, Nene, and Kino. Pleasure all belong to Tentu. My curiosity is a little piqued. Might I ask what a Pon Spectre is? Question is extremely well timed. Pon Spectres is the name of elite unit of Nopon surveyors, and Tentu is one. Nopon from Frontier Village surely hear Pon Spectre name said in tone of reverence at least once or twice. Mr. Pun, have any clue? Nene guess Dada Pun might know? Ugh, things worse than Tentu thought. Long period of suspended activity was disastrous for brand recognition. Meh, no, tribulation is only opportunity in full body costume. Go on, Tentu, have to put best foot forward. Tentu and other Pun Spectres actually come to Biona's shoulder to conduct full and complete survey. But Chief 1-1, who is brigade leader, forget to inform of rendezvous point. So though Tentu finish own assignment, looks like up creek without paddle. Except I expect all Pun Spectres in same boat. Tentu thinks should probably go look for teammates, but with monsters carpeting land, probably even veteran prospector like Tentu have hard time. Apart from yourself, how many members does your team number? Nice, round 11. 11. I see, this is a vast land, so searching by yourself certainly seems dangerous. Do you know where your colleagues might have gone? Tend to have couple thinklings. 2 Pun Spectres can probably find, and maybe they have clues for other whereabouts. All rightings, then we go search for first 2. Now wait single minute, Kino. Still plenty of important business we attending to. And do not get underfoot, promise. Friends look strong, so thought maybe can go with. That way, if see Pun Spectres somewhere along travel path, can help each other. Is good plan or what? What do you think, Melia? Do you really need to ask Shulk? We help you look for Pun Spectre friends. Should really be Miss Melia that say that. Really? Oh boy! Tear ducts of Tentu welling with joy. Thank you, friends. Can you tell us, to the best of your knowledge, where you would expect your colleagues to be? One was in charge of area between Crossroads, on way to Companion's Cave, all way to Nerfus Necropolis. That one is bit of coward, so Tentu not sure he do survey job properly. Other one was assigned to area past Cragmore Caverns, stretching from lake on lefty side up to Pillar Knoll. I'd be having case of screamy abdabs? Okay, at unexpected circumstance, so Tentu would like to put mind at ease. And lest friends think Tentu is some kind of freeloader, let reassure, when push come to shove, Tentu shove. I feel better already. Thank you, Tentu. But of course, Tentu most grateful too. I adore the Pun Spectres. I didn't initially. I adore them. Tentu, from the blue team of the Pun Spectres, has joined us. This is a very useful side quest. Pun Spectre-enabled special attacks. The Pun Spectres are an elite band of surveyors from Frontier Village, split between red, blue, and yellow teams. If you can befriend members of all 3 teams, Shulk and his friends will gain access to a new kind of special attack, so try to seek them out whenever possible. This is what replaces chain attacks. The full Pun Spectre Brigade numbers 12 members. When you recruit one, they may tip you off to the location of others. Locations you've heard of are marked on the map with a flag. Pun Spectres on the Biona's shoulder have issues they struggle with. Resolve those issues for them to gain their help in your quest. In the collectible section of the main menu, you can access the Pun Spectre report to learn more about the Pun Spectres you have befriended up until that point. So, the Pun Spectres are genuinely great. I adore them. I didn't initially, but I really grew to love them. Tentu is the 12th one, hence Tentu. We have been alerted to 3 others. Number 1, who is called 1-1. Number 11, who is called Evelyn. And number 8, who is called Tay-Tay. It took me a minute to count that. We can go back, or we can go forward. I am fine with both. We'll start by going forward. I do intend to get all of the Pond Spectres. It's not super difficult. And you can see ahead of us, there is in fact a Pond Spectre. So that was easy.
Alchemoth.
You okay?
Miss Melly, what's wrong? Is tummy hurty?
Aww.
No, nothing like that. I'm just remembering what we heard at Companion's Cape. I have been mistaken in my thinking. The war is over and peace has been restored. We are rebuilding, slowly but steadily. I'd thought that with peace came happiness. Indeed, that even here, people would embrace it with open arms. But the reality is different.
The wounds have not yet fully healed.
Quite. Those who lost their home. Those seeking the light. Those who bear grudges. Though joy for them is still scarce, I thought only of me.
But you didn't, not at all. The High Entier of Colony 9. Actually, everyone who remained. You worked hard for them. You, Dunban and Atharon led by example. Just so that others could smile.
Yes, yes, keep on happy hat. Kino started upon a mama pump, but still full of bounce.
Kino.
Okay, Josh, there's your answer.
Exactly. Before, Kino cried every day. Did not even want to go potty alone. Sis! Why you bring that up? That's completely irrelevant to discussion. Embarrass Kino not to up this Melly. Agree to disagree. Anyway, cannot abandon hope. Dedapon's words.
Hope.
To become the hope of the High Entier is a fate that you choose for yourself. As long as you remember this, it is certain that you will be worthy of that name.
You are the hope of the High Entier. You will not transform into a Telethia. Even after the Bionis has reawakened, you can still succeed the Imperial line. You have the power to end our suffering.
Tom, this is the DLC campaign. It is an extra story that was added on and is a lot of fun.
Friends, thank you. I think I can finally see now what my role here is.
But don't worry, Xenoblade will only be a few more weeks. Then it'll be Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Onwards to Alchemoth.
And after Xenoblade Chronicles X, it'll be Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And after Xenoblade Chronicles 2, it'll be the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 DLC story. And by then, very possibly after that, it will be Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Yes, there's a lot of Xenoblade. And I adore it. Hi, friend. Evelyn. Qualified, certified, but fully booked so hands are tied. Conspector Evelyn is name, surveying new lands is game. Dear oh dear oh dear. Oh, friends of impeccable timing. Evelyn in dire need of helping. Story sounding not so fun. Eno get helping urge. Survey for day was finished, so Evelyn makes a sit down on sitting spot over yonder for well-deserved snack break. Was just removing tasty morsel from knapsack when all of a sudden, whoosh splash! Meal thing plopped straight into lake. All gone in single eye wink, like tears standing under waterfall. Wapple, Sardi in lake scoffed down every last piece of hard-deserved foodage. But no ugly fishy fish incur wrath of Evelyn and live to swim about it. Sardi will rue day it made enemy of Evelyn. Friends speak to Evelyn because felt urged to help Nappan in distress, right? Please help to avenge poor Evelyn. Sure. The fish that ate your lunch. Ow. God. I forgot that they didn't fix the weirdness with fighting on shores. Okay, now we can potentially use Pond Spectres in battle. In battles against enemies, Pond Spectres will jump in to help Shulk and his friends on their own initiative. That's an important point. On their own initiative. Each Pond Spectre has a signature move. Healing the party, debuffing the enemy, and so on. Red team have an offensive signature move. Blue team mostly have a healing signature move, but not all of them. Yellow team have a debuffing signature move. If you perform well in Battle Start Affinity, Burst Affinity, etc. by pressing B at the right time, the Pond Spectres may enter a state of high tension. Pond Spectres in a state of high tension will join in the battle with all their strength and with no slacking off. High tension will wear off with time, returning to the usual state. So yeah, the Pond Spectres will literally help you fight. Since 10-2 is blue, I believe he heals. Whoops. Can someone undaze me, please? There we go.
Let's stay focused.
Kino could have napped that one out.
The fact that the Pond Spectres help out of their own volition is part of what makes them so very useful to combat. They do have another way they can help, and that's even radder.
Compose yourself. Behold my power. Manifest yourself. Surging torrent, strike our foes.
But for now, all we have is their automatic attempts to help. Unfortunately, we're in water, and both 10-2 and Kino are fucking useless in deep water. Because they're not Nappan. Cinnabar Plateau. It's near the island. Yeah, we unfortunately managed to pull 2 of them. Ow! Sir, that's illegal. Ooh, nice timing on that, Shulk. Shulk is fine, we've got a healer. You'll be fine, buddy. Whoops, no Shulk. Oh, that's what was going wrong. There was another enemy. I mean, you're not wrong, Shadow Mage. I cannot deny it.
Cool. Let's keep this up.
Which quest line, Copper? This one that I'm doing right now? Or are you talking about something completely different? Oh, okay. The one you started, I think it was last week? Meh meh meh! Sneef! Oh, day of joy! Evelyn was agog watching friends bish-bashing smelly fish brutes. In fact, Evelyn feel a whole lot better now. Although, no, is no use. Tum Tum feels so empty, no energy even for shimmy. But if friends able to bring Evelyn Morrow Cob from wherever about, may be able to kickstart metabolism. Oh! You mean these 3 Marrow Cobs? Ah! Marrow Cobs! Munch, crunch, crunch. So, tasty. Can feel life flowing back into limbses. Pancake, mush, crunch, bay, mush. Maybe all this not so bad after all. I did my best. Phew! Evelyn wolfed whole thing down. Now, is about time Evelyn make haste to finding 1-1. Come to think, life all about helping each other, no? Dread to think what happened if Evelyn collapsed on road alone. I mean, thank you for the suggestion, but I was just reading what was on screen. Clearly, friends have obligation to assure Evelyn come to no harm. So take with and deliver person safe to 1-1. Though must say, made good survey progress today. Like in days of old chief who established pun specters. Retired now. When 1-1 step in to take mantle, practically only ever do charity work for Frontier Village. No pun specting at all. Evelyn nearly forgot was even pun specter in first place. Okay, it's settled. Friends all ready to set off? Then it's time to deliver results of survey to Chief 1-1. Evelyn from the yellow team joins. Meh? Friends want to know about other pun specters? Not to spoil all fun, but Evelyn have one small idea. Try here. And she adds a marker to the map, helping you find another pun specter. I very much appreciate that you're not expected to go through this blind and just, like, search the whole map. We're coming up on another break. I just want to get a few more gems here. Ooh, Ether Up is actually very good for Melia. Juice, I appreciate the title. Dang it. I love this area. I just love exploring it. Backrest Nebula. We fought these guys out in the main game. And they were pretty tough back then. They have a nasty spike. So let's see if we can beat them now. We have 2 pun specters with us. You know, Shulk, this is when you should be using Monado Purge.
Let's stay focused.
Winning's just come natural to Kino.
Corona element. So, this game was developed before 2020. Because Corona does not mean what it used to. That, by the way, is our target. But there's just so much to explore. And I want to explore it all. And over the course of several streams, of course, I will do exactly that. God, I love the night skies in this area. Just look at that. That's not going to happen for a variety of reasons. But I'm glad you suggested it. Josh. Xenoblade 2 is too good for this world. The whole Xeno series is. Because I would like to sleep at some point, Shadow Mage, and I have possible plans this evening. Not 100% confirmed yet, but still. Pororo's favorite. The third of those we found. I don't know. I like to kind of space it out. Plus, doing a 15-hour stream takes preparation. You've got to have snacks prepared. You've got to have drinks prepared. It is not something you do on a whim. Let me rephrase that. It's not something I do on a whim. I'm sure there are people who do. God, even my kind of 3-hour stream limit. Because without preparation, 3 hours is as much as I can manage. Except in rare circumstances. God, I remember this area. There are some cool things that happen. There is a Pun Spectre up there. I'm going to take a short break, and when we come back, we are going to try to find them. I'm going to put on some background music. I am going to run an ad, again, just to reduce the number of pre-rolls. Don't worry, you will not be missing anything. And we are back. I will say, beyond using ads to remove pre-rolls, this is also kind of good for me. I don't do too well when I sit for a long time without stretching, so having these kind of enforced breaks every hour, even if it's just to go inside and get some water, is probably very good for me. Anyway, level 67. We can probably take him. I messed that up. I'm shocked. I very rarely mess up my burst defense. Evelyn, by the way, is on the yellow team. And so she is focused on debuffs. We should be able to... Oh shit, there's two of them. We might die.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's accurate. Oh, those were both perfect, thank you. Rip. I'm fairly confident I could have taken one of them. I'm all the way here. I'm all the way here. Oh, I needed these. Oh, this is my favorite new feature. I'd forgotten about this. When you have a collectible that you need to pick up, they become red items. Either that or those are just, like, specific ones and they're not standard collectibles. We'll see. Anyway, let's get another one of these. The Pond Spectres are super helpful, so more of them is better. Hi, Tay-Tay.
What Tay-Tay do this time?
Qualified, certified, only mildly terrified. Pond Spectre Tay-Tay is, name and surveying new lands is game. But really, none of that matter right now. Tay-Tay is smack in middle of cataclysmic struggle of life and death. A problem. Melia, you normally have good ideas. Any thoughts? Tay-Tay was sneak secret surveying, careful to hide from watchful monster eyes, but then made worst mistake of life. At end of Ponspection, let little victory cheer slip out. And then monsters spotted Tay-Tay. Monsters poised to lunge for soft, succulent body of Tay-Tay. Thanks to quick escape legs, Tay-Tay able to hoof it all the way here. But then grim realization dawn on Tay-Tay. Somehow, Tay-Tay lose more precious than life protective charm. Well, it protected you. Tay-Tay think possibly could have dropped at Nerfus Necropolis, just upslope here. Oh, please help Tay-Tay to find, dear friends. Tay-Tay is begging you. Well, you know what? Since I got sent all the way back here, there wasn't another skip travel point. I mean, it's not that far, but it still surprised me. Let's get his dang thing. That's so pretty. Hi, sir. It is good to know that I can take out one of those guys without too much difficulty. It was only when there were two of them that they became a problem. Lovely timing on that buster. Actually, I wanted to quickly check something. So 10-2.
We measure, find treasure, hunt specters till we die.
I forgot you could do that. If you press A on them, you get their voice line. His specialty is there, which I believe is a mild heal. Evelyn's specialty is Sleepy Time, which can put enemies to sleep. Potentially very useful. Clear Sky Bluff. I'm not gonna fight you. I have no reason to fight you, squirrel lad. You're not even worth fighting for grinding, because you're lower level than I am. Another red item orb makes me think it's going to be another one of Pororo's favorites, and I still don't remember who he is. The name makes me think he's probably a Nopon. Also, I just want to draw attention to the fact that, yeah, they legit follow us around. And we are coming to a very cool looking area, which we're not going to explore much of today, because it is... it is a thing. This is the Nerfus Necropolis. Now, Necropolis is a real thing. It essentially means City of the Dead. But I don't remember what the original Necropolis was. As you can see, there are some tough monsters around here. Somewhere in here... Oh, and you have to walk slowly, because if you make noise, you're fucked. Oh, and that one can... That's a level 73 unique sight time. Okay, I'm just gonna GTFO. And I don't remember where the... where his protective charm is. I don't think it's over here. It's worth noting, there was speculation back way before this even came out. Back in the old days when people just data mined that that this area existed. Fuck. There was speculation that Bionis Shoulder had been where the giants lived. And given that this is apparently a tomb of giants, that seems to check out. I'm scared. God, how did that dude get in here? I mean, as he said, carefully. Shut up, Kino. You're very cute, but you're also going to get us killed. On the map, I can see that there's more past there. And yet, wall. Hi, Stitch. You cute and I love you. Very confusing, I must say. Yeah, Copper, we can just put it on the list. Where is that fucker's lucky charm? Am I even in the right area? It doesn't show the quest on screen, on the map. Where's your lucky charm? Ooh, a giant's trove. That's kind of cool. I didn't know this was here. Double attack 4. Oh, that's very nice. That's very nice. Okay, I feel like I've explored this entire area. Like, there's clearly more stuff in there. But... But I do not... Whoops! Teehee. Gravity go burr. I confess to being confussed. I feel like I explored the entirety of what I could reasonably be expected to reach. In fact, not even that. I feel like I explored all of it. Yes, Josh. Confused.
Nice job.
I just have to look through once more. Because the only thing I can think is that it's through this blocked off wall. And maybe I come back here later? But it's weird that they would tell me about this Pun Spectre and then give me no ability to complete their quest. It's possible, but it's weird. I think weird is something we can all accept from this situation. I do like that at least the babies are not hearing type. Can I get behind here at all? I cannot. Okay. Okay, yeah, I guess I just have to come back here later. Oh well, that's a little disappointing. But so long. Let's kill some caterpillars. What happened, Copper? They deserve it, Shadow Mage. Monado Buster was deeply unnecessary there, Shulk.
Winning just comes natural to Kino.
Now you shall witness our power.
I'm ready.
Take me lightly at your peril. I feel the ether building within me.
Give it all you've got, Melia. All right, I'm feeling it.
Summon bolt. Your fighting spirit is limited. Manifest yourself. What a bad battle.
Let's stay focused.
Kino plus psychics are non-defeatable.
And I think I need to kill one more of them. Yeah? It's not my fault, Shadow Mage. Blame the game.
I'm ready. We can definitely do this.
There we go.
I see life outside my world is not easy.
Kino could have
And now,
Nice job.
to be grateful that Luca is no longer here. Because it is time to fight Forg.
Now you shall witness our power.
I'm ready.
They need their match with Kino.
Behold my power.
All right, I'm feeling it.
Roaring thunder.
Your fighting spirit is limited.
We are victorious. Kino could have knocked that one out.
Nice job.
Come, sir. I wish to do battle.
Prepare yourselves.
By the way, you can see when I get the timing right on that B, it gives like a little orange flash and an image of a Noppa. That's basically the Punch Spectre's tension, which increases the chances of them doing their special attacks. So if I get the timing exactly right, you'll see 2 or I believe even sometimes 3 Punch Spectres. If I get it just okay, I'll only see 1 Punch Spectre, and that gives you an idea of how much
Kino plus
tension you're providing them. Just a nice little feature. So I have murdered Forks. I should probably try to get it. There's a skip travel point somewhere down there. I just didn't pick it up while I was exploring. I will say, when I saw the name Cragmore Caverns, I expected it to be more, as opposed to just a tunnel. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm legitimately surprised that there isn't... Ah, I think that's a skip travel point. Highborn Alexandra. Yes. Zephyr's Council. Really cool name for the skip travel point. And very cool little standing stone. I wonder if I can take on Highborn Alexandra, who seems to have a spike of some sort. Oh, he saw me before I saw him. That's not great. Holy shit, this guy's strong. I mean, yeah, he's a level 64 unique enemy, but he is still very strong. Ah, also, Rip Shulk.
We are far from finished here.
Right. It's not over.
God, I love that sound they make. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna win this one, to be honest. God!
I hear your words.
You know, Shulk, if you could just fucking use Purge, this would be so much easier. Yeah!
Were we too reckless?
That's a ripperoni. I remember this dude being particularly tough. So I'm not at all surprised I lost there. But before we head onward with actual story progress, because who fucking cares about that, we've got exploration to do. Now, I'm just looking at the map, and I'd forgotten just how much there is. It is slightly easier to sneak past some of these guys down here. I did say slightly easier. Seems to be going okay. There we go. You know, I don't remember how to get up there to find that other Pun Spectre. Oh, but there's one over here. Phofora. Qualified, certified, making world more pertified. Unspectre Phofora is named, surveying new lands is game. Oh, why you surprised Phofora like that? Made Phofora recite whole Punspector spiel, and now surveying big shambles. How friends going to make up for, eh? Hope not thinking can make teensy apology and just walk away. Phofora going to have to ask help with small matter. Then we'll let friends off proverbial fishhook. Tell me in greater detail. So friends will listen? Oh, goody! Phofora news friends were citizens of upstanding moral character. Small matter is nuisance chroma and on other side of Zen's thoroughfare, right-hand side. They keep getting in the way of Fafora. Fafora is still busy mapping out area, so it would be giant help if friends could remove chroma from picture. Please? Defeat 3 chromars in the vicinity of Zen's thoroughfare. These guys are the same as those other ones which we passed, which are now too far away to focus on. But yeah, Zen's thoroughfare. Someone just fucking cut this through the mountain. And here we also find a Hyentia. Just hanging about like it's no big deal.
I see.
Ah! Never thought I'd bump into anyone around here. I'm looking for my brother. He's gone missing. If you find anything that looks like it could be a clue, please show me. That's an interesting one, because we don't actually get a quest. At least not immediately. Where are these dudes? I think they're this way. Yes. Unfortunately, I believe it's impossible to pull just one of these guys. So we may have to come back later for this one as well. This happens a lot. Just in Xenoblade. But let's see if we can beat these guys. They're not unique monsters, so they will be easier. Shit! That didn't last long. Love you, Copper. I'm not going to activate casual mode. Stop telling me about it. The reason I wanted to come here, though, is over here, there's a way higher up. Wait, this just gets me to somewhere I've already been. Damn it. How do I get where I'm trying to get? I do not remember this map nearly as well as the map for the main game. Obviously. Steech, why cry when I love you? Stitch, are you sad? Aww. I'm sorry to hear that, Stitch. Are you the kind of tired that sleeping helps? Because I know that there's tired that sleeping doesn't help.
Piece of cake!
No. No, leave me alone, sirs. Ah, you may have overslept then, Stitch. That is entirely a thing that exists. Oh, God! It is amazing how rough fighting 2 monsters is in this game. Okay, that's fine. I'll fight you. I would suggest though, Stitch, get to bed at a reasonable time. Probably, I would say, like, I don't know what your normal sleep time is. I was going to tell you when I normally go to sleep, but that's probably not super helpful for you. So yeah, get to sleep at a reasonable time. God damn it, these double attacks are brutal. Yeah, get to sleep at a reasonable time. Try to sleep about 9 hours. God damn it! These guys are only like 5 levels higher, and they're just wrecking us. Yeah, I'm gonna do some off-stream grinding. I would like the experience next stream not to be this. Also, I could probably do better if I didn't have Shulk, to be honest. 2 DPS and a healer with no tank is not great. This area here, called Skybridge, we cannot go there yet. Even though Melia canonically can just summon fire, we're not going to burn down the gate. Thank you, Shadow Mage. Heck. Okay. Let me hand in that one dang quest I have for the extra experience. Huh? And then I'll actually do some story progress, I guess. Here's something I realized earlier. It's quite possible that the caterpills gathered to eat the plump wild grass and the brogs to eat the caterpills. Yeah, buddy. Seeing as how you've taken out the caterpills and brogs, the wild grass might come back sometime soon. We'll have some food shortages to grapple with until then, but that's my problem. Lucky for everyone then, that you've won me some breathing room here, eh? Sorry for looking down my nose at you all. That wasn't exactly gracious. No, you were a dickbag, but I forgive you.
I need to become stronger.
A little bit more experience is not going to hurt. We were told that the rest of the high Entia are in that area. In an area that was called Grand Devil. So, let's head that way. Although there's so much to explore here as well. Baru Plaza. I remember some fairly beefy enemies in here. Baru Ruins Cave. Yes, Grotesque Damus. A level 65 unique monster. That feels like something for next stream. Actually, I will try it once. I will try fighting it once. I feel like at level 64, we're close enough to that it... Even if we don't win, we won't be ruined.
Flawless victory.
Let's stay focused.
Winning just comes natural to Kino.
Also, these pods, if you get too close, or if you fuck them up on purpose, they will hatch, buddies. So it can sometimes be a good idea to intentionally cause them to hatch, so that you can kite whatever is inside them. There we go. Basically, I just want to get... I just want to get all the extras out of the way. Why?
Why don't I whip up your favorite dish?
Okay, so very difficult to get Grotesque Damus without the others getting involved, which sucks. So all I'm going to hope is that we don't get too many extras. I mean, ideally, 0, but... No, we got a couple of extras at least. But this one doesn't seem overwhelmingly powerful. It's tough, but it's not dealing stupid amounts of damage. Shadow Mage, maybe I'm using kiting incorrectly. Basically, I just want to get rid of the smaller ones before I pull the big one. What the fuck? That was instant death. God damn it! You see, the problem is, now I'm not fighting one of them. I'm fighting a bunch of them. And that's exactly what I didn't want. Why is he not targetable? There we go. Yeah, pulling probably would have been better than kiting. Okay, so let's focus on the ads instead of on the big one. Okay, now we've... Fucking hell, where did these two come from now? God damn! I'm not even under-leveled here. You know what? I hate to do this. I need a tank. I need a tank. I should probably also level up some of my arts. I've got a fair amount of AP. I never use Healing Gift. Maybe I should, but I don't. Okay. Let's see if this goes a little bit better with an actual tank. The problem is without... no, I was going to say without Shulk, there's no way to cause break, because she has topple, but Kino can cause topple. I can cause break. As long as... Yep, Metal Blast is set. And I've got all the healing arts available. I don't really need that, but I guess it's useful. Sorry, I'm mostly talking to myself here. Just thinking through my plan. I'm not going to do casual mode. I appreciate casual mode as an option in games. Genuinely, I think it's very important to accessibility. Some people just want to play the game for the story. And they should not be shamed for that. But it is not for me. So, by adding in Summon Ice, I can add more damage over time, which is very good for Melia. And with the addition of an actual tank instead of Shulk, who is really not a tank, hopefully we can make a little bit more progress. No! No, I didn't want to fight you at the same time. God damn it. I want to fight your babies first. Ma'am, please just let me kill your children in peace. Yeah, now we're getting tupples and dazes in. And tuple locking enemies is just one of the ways you win.
Yes, gladly.
That's
You've been
better.
doing so well, Nene.
Hi, that's not fair. Miss Miley, Kino needs ruffling too.
Right, Shadow Mage? So unreasonable. Just because I was murdering her children, she decides the natural response is to kill me? Very unfair.
Building within me. Roaring thunder. We are victorious. Have to brag to Dedapon once Nene get back. Never give up, spirit is hereupon way. Everyone, stay on your guard. Nene, weather any storm.
Okay. So it looks like I've got one extra, which really isn't too bad. Don't get me wrong, it's gonna be a rough fight. But as things stand, I think we can win this rough fight. A dog is not currently getting involved. God damn it, that's a lot of damage. Ah, Shadow Mage. That's very good. There we go. Nene's down. Like I said, it's not easy. But with just one and with an actual tank, it's going much better already. I mean, Shadow Mage, this is probably, yes, part of why you get along with Chair. You both really like dumb puns. Shit! God damn it! Okay. Wow! This is competently leveled. I'm one level below it. And there's just fucking nothing I can do. I mean, I remember it being a tough boss, so I'm not shocked. I just don't remember it being that tough. But one thing I can do, we're kind of approaching stream end, so... So, there is a Pun Spectre over here who needs our help. So... Let's go help them. They deserve it. Defeat the slobbering Antols attacking the Pun Spectre.
Everyone, stay on your guard. Power a dagger upon surge through Nene. They need a match with Kino. Freeze! Ice wave! Focus your attack. Nene, hear you. Kino will do.
See? This is how it's meant to go.
Your fighting spirit is mine. Pound them into pollen. Kino make life work.
Hi, Opie. That is much appreciated, but you don't need to sub. But you remain very cute.
That feel like run a polymer.
Deca. Qualified, certified, uncontestified. Pun Spectre Deca is named, surveying new lands is game. Heck, Ophi, I will, but I'll also thank you for it and remind you that it is never necessary. Deca really thought it was curtains for a moment there. Friend snatched life of Deca from jaws of death. By the way, if you have subbed and the alert didn't go off, I apologize and thank you. It happens. When Deca finished surveying area, lit monster repellent incense that got from friend. But then monsters appear. It make no sense. Why on heck monsters not repel? Why attract? When Deca take whiff, realizes actually monster attractant incense. Friend must have put in by mistake. Or this could be trial that fate pose for Deca to challenge resolve. Fate call on Deca to protect to defeat monsters by own self. Meh, but Deca do nothing. Just call for help from passers-by. Disappointment in self. Well, in any case, thank friends for well-timed rescue. Deca not forget this kindness. And Deca joins us. By the way, By the by, did friends see Chief 1-1 somewhere, maybe? Deca have to hand in survey results. 1-1 rise in ranks very quick. Was once rookie of team, but now Chief already. Very unexpected. Must be recognition of for excellent skill in punspecting. Deca must follow shining example. Is key tenet of punspector organization that good effort always recognized and rewarded.
I have become stronger.
Deca from the blue team joins us. So we now have another healing punspector. His specialty is pay attention. Which makes me think that instead of healing, it's an aggro thing, which would be interesting. I'll get you next time, Gadget. But I want to run up here. Ignoring all the enemies. Bye, guys. Because there is just a wonderful view up here of the area we were in before. And this curls around to, I think, somewhere we're not supposed to be yet. Yeah. But I just want to draw attention to the fact that these are ribs. There is no creature we ever see in-game this big. Ever. What was this? It's never explained, by the way. This is just a cool part of the environment. And there is Elkamoth. I think we can actually try to get there before the end of stream. Ooh, you're a very powerful enemy, aren't you? No! Not really. Whisperwind Crossing. And we see here, these are islands from Aerith Sea. Aerith Sea had several floating islands, and this is where they've ended up. Bionis Shoulder ended up attracting both wildlife and, in this case, actual geography from all across Bionis. And it is beautiful. I just want to see if we can get to the end. Yeah, I can fight you. Ow! I hate that attack. Just a full team topple is so frustrating.
Kino could have nuts that one out. That feel like run of Polymil.
There we go. Sultnar Seal Island. Even the music here is the music from Aerith Sea. This is actually a place that, like, this is directly from Aerith Sea. This is a place we visited in the base game. It was required back then in order to reach Prison Island, It is now required to reach Elkamoth. Somnivore Lexos. A name which suggests that it eats sleep? Which is just a really cool concept. Gala Crush, unfortunately, causes daze. But we managed to survive it. Because this is not a boss. Faded ID tag. It's a very interesting item to get from an enemy. You're gonna make me jump over here. You something or other.
I fear I approach my limit.
And there's another one here? Wait, Hoverstone? Oh. I don't actually remember what a Hoverstone is or what it's used for. Dream Eater is a Thor, Zai. By the way, that faded ID tag is interesting. Especially given that ID tags don't seem to be a big thing. And there are an enormous number of Telethia swarming around Elkamoth.
Why would all those Telethia be gathering here in one place?
Transporter, over here!
You may indeed, Zai.
What is it?
But for obvious reasons, I'm going to ask you
The transporter is running.
to not say anything on stream.
So it is.
But how?
Maybe somebody activated it.
In any case, we can't afford to dally here.
Agreed. Let's go.
So yeah, even though we were supposed to have to activate the transporter, we don't have to. It's already active. And so we arrive inside Elkamoth. The ruins of which remain largely untouched. Although heavily overgrown.
It's good to be back.
Home of Miss Melly needs some weeding. Housekeeping been slacking off.
Very true. We'll have our work cut out for us. What is it?
Look up there.
What is that thing?
Look like coal in sky.
That's simply impossible.
This world is still in its early days. That could explain the instability. That, or it's still being reborn.
Does that really explain this?
It could do.
That Fog King creature. Is it from...
It's a possibility.
In that case, it may well be lurking nearby. Let's stay together and keep a close lookout.
King of Fog not scary to Kino. Kino, How about turn around and toe to face? Bye-bye-bye! Gotcha! Little joke there. No, big meanie! Mama?
A child's voice. Where?
Up there!
I was going to end stream, but I can't do it quite yet. At the very least, we need to see what's up here.
Over there!
The child is in danger. Quickly. Are you all right, child? Wait, Teelan.
Ah, Miss Melia. You too, Shulk? How did
We
you...
met him in the main game.
We can talk later.
And this is one of my favorite battle
We
tracks.
covered in black fluffy mist. So that scary king of fog?
Yeah, maybe so.
Best give it our all.
And so, we fight what we have very good reason to believe is this so-called King of Fog. Or Fog King, rather. This is a fairly tough fight. And is a good opportunity to listen to this amazing music.
King of fog all cleared up.
We can only hope. Look! The rift!
It's... Oh no! Look out!
That beam!
What about it, Shulk?
That was the same attack that brought down the junks.
Then that would mean...
Yeah, that wasn't the Fog King.
It looks like we found our Fog King.
Yes, I would have to agree. What now, Shulk?
We might as well try. Nay.
Understand.
It won't work! You can't even land a scratch on it.
Mama!
Even the Monado has no
Maya!
effect.
Kino!
Leave to me, ye faithful of pain! Begone!
Melia's elementals have no effect.
King of fog, bright dust!
Or did they?
It is just as Maxis said then.
Melia, let's pull back!
That would seem wise.
So yeah, we can't even touch it. It's not a difficult boss fight. It's unfightable. Essentially, Zai, it was a steam bomb. 2 fire and 2 water elementals. Which I think is quite a cool application.
Okay, this should be far enough. Those things can't follow us all the way out here.
Oh? And you're certain of that?
Yeah, sure. The Telethia will keep us safe.
The Telethia will?
Well, that's what Radsum said. Though, I don't think they realize it themselves.
Ah. Right. Your mother was one of the affected.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't thanked you yet. Thanks a million for saving me back there.
Why were you alone in such a place?
Yeah, good question.
You could have been hurt.
Sorry, miss.
He get told? Pipe down, not pun obvious.
I snuck in to gather research material. But then I tripped over some rubble and,
And that's when you were spotted, huh? Were you the one who activated the transporter?
Yeah, I was given special permission so I could conduct my research. That said, I normally don't go anywhere without Big Sis.
You have a sister.
Well, we're not actually related. We've just been living here together.
If I remember correctly, you wanted to transform Telethia back.
Yeah. Oh, hey! My lab's over on the far end of Zen's thoroughfare. You want to come with? We can talk more there, where it's safe.
You have your own laboratory.
Not as grand as my old one, mind.
We still don't understand the Fog King, or the monster that attacked Teelan. Maybe the Telethia are connected to all this. Teelan's research could help us make sense of it all.
Yes, indeed.
The thing that attacked... Ah, you mean the Fog Beast?
Fog Beast? Is that what you've been calling them around here?
Fog Beasts always appear around the Fog King, so the name seemed appropriate.
Makes sense.
Right, I'll be going on ahead.
You won't be guiding us on the way?
I need to clean up, else there won't be anywhere to stand.
Oh,
Bye, see
okay.
you.
It's one of those rooms.
Hey, wait!
He's gone now.
What is it about science boffins? Always doing whatever they please.
Huh?
He get told? He probably have it coming.
Thrice damned fools. They think to second guess the will of the divine.
Oh hey, it's definitely not a villain. The shop selling arts manuals has opened. In the arts manual shop, you can exchange arts coins for arts manuals to level up your favorite arts. You may obtain arts coins when defeating unique monsters and fog beasts. Defeating a given monster for the first time will always grant an art coin. Art coins received from unique monsters and fog beasts you defeat before the shop opens should already be in your possession, which I appreciate. That is where I am going to call stream. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really enjoy this. It is different from the main game. The entirety of the story is, for obvious reasons, shorter and cannot get into the same kind of emotional depth, but I still find it a lot of fun. The music is incredible, the world is great, and I'm excited to come back next week. Oh, hi, Red Mage. Thank you for the sub. Good lord, 8 months, you mad lad. So yeah, next week I will be doing more of this. Again, Saturday, 5:30 Eastern Time. I'm very, very excited to show you more. And tomorrow at 2:30 Eastern Time, might be delayed a little bit, we'll see. But I will be continuing with Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, which I'm very, very excited for. I think we're nearing the end of the final case, which is so convoluted, and I love it. Who should we raid? Gam is live, Dither's live, Rena's live, Anita, Popper, Tom. Actually, Tom's a thought. I haven't raided Tom in ages. Wait, Yui's live? Oh, I don't think I've ever had the opportunity to raid Yui. I would love to raid Yui if no one minds too much. Yeah, thank you so much. Say hi to Yui for me. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful evening going forward. It has been so much fun spending it with you, and I hope to see you around in the future. Ciao.